us tonight, Mr. Ron Angeles. The emerging Asian superstar.
Come on!
And of course, Father Severino Malyari himself, Mr. Piolo, Pascual. Of course, we have this with us for the Q&A.
Let's give them another round of applause.
DJ Piolo! Best actor!
Fix that chair. Okay, go Jay. Ladies' choice.
Ladies, kaya.
Kasi nasa iyo yung sisiw.
Yes.
Kailangan mo umupo.
Gutom daw, gutom daw.
Gutom?
Ah.
May hopya ako dito.
Ano yan?
Oh my God.
Gutom po.
Who's that?
Well, that was one.
Congratulations on this movie.
Yes!
So, how was that performing like three characters in different periods?
It was nerve-wracking to begin with, but I guess I have to give credit to the production and my director and my producer who gave us everything that we needed, and most especially to my acting coach Tita, because I would not have done it if not for the guidance of my acting coach. Every scene that I had to do, especially the last scene where I had to portray three roles, I had to do on the first day of the shoot, and that's what happened through the entirety of the shoot. But it was a breeze because I was with an exceptional team that really worked hard, hand in hand, just to make this film. So I'm thankful for that.
Were you familiar with the stories?
All right, just a brief background. When this was first pitched to me, I said it was a hard pass in the get-go because it was going to be a trap as an actor to do three roles just to prove his worth. But I said, okay, so I'm busy with other things, and I don't think I can accommodate the script or the role. But upon reading, or that same day when it was pitched to me that morning, I had a shoot, and on the set I was with some friends, co-actors of mine. We were discussing if there was ever any documented serial killer in the Philippines, and so he Googled because. Pitched to me, he just said Mayari, three characters, three timelines. So that was how brief it was. But when we Googled if there was any documented serial killer in the Philippines, not knowing about Mayari, we found out there was only one person that was documented as a serial killer in the Philippines. So I had goosebumps. I had to stand up from the chair. And so I called the manager. I said, we should have a proper pitch. And the rest is history.
Derrick, when you saw this story, what triggered you to make a movie out of it?
Well, when we were researching this way back 2017, me and Enrique already had to see the potential of the material. It's just that back then we're having some problems because we don't have any data about what happened to Father Severino Malyari. We did some research then, and that's the time that we only found out that there are some missing pieces of what transpired back then. But the story itself is interesting enough to see that there's a potential for a fiction or, to make it a film.
And it's ironic that he was also the first Filipino priest in that area, and that he's now the first serial killer also in the Philippines. So, talk about the irony of that, And he was also good in calligraphy.
Yes, Father Severino Malyari is a graduate of University of Santo Tomas, which is the oldest university in the Philippines. He graduated in theology and philosophy in UST, and he also studied calligraphy back then in UST. So he is the first parish priest appointed by the Vatican here in the Philippines. So the irony of that we have the first Filipino parish priest, because back then only Spanish priests are allowed to become, the parish priest of the church, of certain church. And then he is also one of the prominent family in Pampanga, because he came from a mixture of Spanish, Chinese, and Filipino line. And later on, we've seen some others to say that he's top of his class, and we don't know what transpired or what happened, why he decided to kill these 57 victims.
And how did the people discover the death of other people, the 57 people? How did they discover about Mayari as a serial killer?
Si Ron.
We didn't put that in the film, but the some of the body parts of the victims was discovered in the sacristy of the church itself, in one of the rooms that was being used by Father Mayari as his personal room. So they find out some pieces of ears, fingers, things like that inside the cabinet of Father Mayari. So that was the start of the investigation about what really happened in the town.
And when did you decide on including Manang?
The film is well, it's the whole material is a mix of non-fiction and fiction. How do you say that? Fiction and non-fiction part of the film, and also you will see a lot of folklore in the film itself. We were trying to merge the reality and the supernatural, and then at the same time, because basically most of the supernatural things, for example, the mananangada, the parang, those are the things that which is part of the mythology of the Philippine folklore. And we want to incorporate that in the story as part of the education because we knew right now most of the Filipinos, we are not longer familiar with this particular how do you say that, stories or folklore stories that we have since we were young, that we were being told about these stories. So we want to incorporate that at the same time. It's for us, it's an image of something that which is almost demonic and something which is beyond supernatural that could happen in a story.
And for Janella and Ron, can you tell us why you accepted this role and what was your reaction when you
Ron.
read the script? Why I accepted?
Why not?
And your reaction?
My reaction, actually, I almost said no to dislike him because medyo late notice na when they got me. I was scared that I wouldn't have enough time to prepare. But how could I pass up on it? Because when I read the script, the story stayed in my head for days. I couldn't forget about it. So I couldn't pass on this. And of course, the opportunity to work with Papa P. How could you pass on
I can say no, because first of all, this movie is produced by my management and my manager as well. so I'm just gonna say yes, and to be honest, I'm so thankful na nakasama ko ang mga bigating artista sa industriya. So the reaction ko naman is, kinabahan ako nung una, pero
TV series kasama si
when I
Piolo.
saw the script and
Pamilya
the
Salvador.
character, the role, dumating kasi yung, before we ended up sa final drop, we have 7 drops I think. Then every drop kasi nababawasan yung scene ko or may character. Yun yung story ni Wancho, to be honest. Pero sa 1800s, si Wancho may sarili story yun eh. So, pagdating ng final drop, hanggang na lesson na parang 3 or 4 sequences na lang ata. So, so I don't have the chance na makasama ko sa isang sequence si Janella or si Papa P. Parang one time lang. So, reaction ko, wow. Wow, kasi part ako ng the second blockbuster movie, and hopefully this is the biggest and the scariest Filipino horror movie as of nag-start ng Metro Manila Film Fest.
Yes. Yeah.
Actually, from the beginning, we know it's a different film. When Network greenlight the project. Production. This is our first mainstream film, and as of the moment, it's very overwhelming to be here actually in Hollywood. And we became the second blockbuster film in the Metro Manila Film Festival. I think we have to create more movies like this, challenge ourselves. And para sa amin po talaga is, I do believe in, me personally believe in not just the actors, but of course the creatives behind the film, na marami pa pong ibubuga ang mga Filipino creatives and
Yes.
actors.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
yun yung challenge talaga na tinake namin, alam namin ni Derrick, tapos actually si Derrick nag-pitch. Nung nagsabi ako ng bobo, sabi niya sa akin, talaga ba? So, sabi nga nila, parang sira ulo pag do this one. 3 timelines, horror, so napakabigat po niya. And hopefully nag-enjoy kayo doon sa pelikula. And by the way guys, we need more words out there. It's because in the coming weeks, we will be available in North America and Canada. And this is the first film that was distributed by Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Warner Brothers will be distributing in different territories. For America and Canada, we just signed a deal with Star Cinema. So in the next coming weeks, we will be available, hopefully before the end of February, we're available in other cinemas here in North America and Canada.
Wow.
Congratulations on that. The first film in Manila International Film Festival that is being distributed by Warner Brothers. Congratulations. Papa Piolo is how was that working with Gloria?
Oh, it was fun. I told my mom, Mom, I have a kissing scene with Miss Universe. So yeah, she's a delight to work with. The last time I worked with Tita Glo was back in 1999 for a film with Julian Santos. We were very young, and coming to this film for her, to accept the film and the role, it was, we didn't know if she was going to accept it, but she was game. She was really excited for her apples to see it, and she was just really, happy on the set. So the whole time, whatever we asked her to do, she just gave in. Even at to the late hours of the night, she would always be game. Yeah. So it was a delight to work with her.
Derrick, can talk about how you were able to convince Gloria Diaz to be my ugly.
Well, basically, my casting director is the one who's negotiate to Gloria, or I think also my supervising producer. But they read the script, and the next thing that I know is nag-guess na si Tita Gloria for about dun sa pag-portray ng role. So, I think nagustuhan niya rin naman yung material. At of course, may mga questions siya, for example, yung harness, yung mga stunts na gagawin sa kanya. And we make sure naman din sa kanya kung ano yung gagawin niya at alam niya lahat, basically.
And that makeup, how long does it take to do that makeup for her?
Hours. I think 2 hours. 2 hours bago matapos yung makeup for para to sa mga specific scenes. Sometimes kailangan pa i-retouch ulit and then baguhin ulit kasi palala ng palala eh.
Piolo, are you familiar with Saint Bartholomew?
Hindi po. I only read up about Malyari through Google, and there wasn't much said about him. More so, about the other stories. But yes, just like what Ron said, it went through 7 drafts, went through a rigid for them it was hard to kind of compress the film, the script, because there were just too many things happening. But I'm happy with the outcome of the seventh draft. That yeah, all just came together, and it's a good expose for the Filipinos to see about this, not to glorify or to patronize the serial killer, but to shed light in his story.
Derrick, did you show this in Pampanga?
Yes, we did. Well, we receive a lot of good reviews about the films. We have no recollections that anything says offensive or anything at all. To be honest, we have the National Historical Commission who helped us also, and someone, a historian from local Pampanga, that was familiar sa history ng mga Malayali, who also helped us kung alamin kung bakit nangyari.
Did you meet any of the relatives of Manila?
There was this one person, he's a faculty in one of the University of Pampanga, that me and Enrico, the writer, na-meet namin, and then wala naman sa kanila kasi parang it's a very long history na ng family, and hindi na rin nila madetect what's happening.
And now we're opening the floor to questions.
Good evening po everyone. Congratulations sa movie na Malyari, because when I saw the big movie, I told to myself that this is equivalent to the international movie that I've seen here in the US. And then when I found out that it's through Warner Brothers that they write like what they call this, distributed, I thought it no wonder. And congratulations to everyone. I'm really happy about the Filipino movies. The question is, in shooting the film Malayari sa Pampanga po, do you experience any ghost sightings? Can you share with us kung ano yun? Especially about the famous Janella. Thank you.
Wala naman kami maalala, except this one instant na the poster right now that was being used for Manila International Film Festival, there is, di ba, may isang babae doon na hindi siya included sa poster. Nilabas. Hindi namin ito nilabas before, pero there is a thread sa messenger that we were talking about it, because there, supposedly when we shoot that wasn't the actual house location. And then there are only 10 talents that's gonna be part of the picture, right? Di ba naman, Bryan? Tapos there was this picture na nasa likuran na hindi siya included, but it's in the poster. But hindi na namin release after that, kasi hindi namin alam pa magiging reflection sa
Yung ex-husband ko pa nga last name
press
Malyari.
release. Baka makasira.
Ano, binugbog niya ako. Kaya, di ba, tamang-tama.
Yung binabanggit ni Derrick was our first poster, initial poster for Malayari. Yeah, actually it's there, the VIP. So there were, I think 10, tama-tama na yun, or 10 talents. We only had 10. And then the poster had 11.
Oh my God. Baka may extra parang
Pero hindi
drama. Sige, tingnan natin.
Okay, Josh.
Okay, my question will be for the producer as well as for Piolo. For the producer, since it's gonna be released by Warner Brothers, is it gonna be dubbed in English, just like what Netflix is doing for finding replacing Chef Chico? Because I think if it's dubbed in English, it would gain more audience in the international scene compared to just Filipinos abroad.
Actually, as of the moment, really, I'm overwhelmed being first timer and currently learning a lot. Definitely doing dub on different languages. As of the moment, we're discussing because Thailand is very interested. So iba-iba siya. So because meron din minsan kasi parang yun nga, my experience is na-off daw yung iba pag na-dump siya. So yung bagay na pinag-aaralan po namin talaga. The one that we released in North America and Canada currently will be the original language with subtitles. But currently we're working with Thailand, Cambodia, and then I think same pa rin yung sa Singapore, but Thailand will be released nationwide muna tayo, hindi na po sa Pilipinas. And so at least a good start.
And for Piolo, you're always been known to be a debonair, you know, rom-com. but this one being how did you come about to play to choose a horror movie? Was this something that you asked you know, the powers that be in for the ABS-CBN?
Of course, I was really asking my producer before it started cinema to cast me in a horror film for the longest time because I love watching horror films. I'm a sucker for horror stories, but I was never given one. So when this came about, I said I guess it just all fell into place. I've always wanted to do something different, something offbeat. And so this is going to be one of those that I'll be doing that's out of the box.